Hello, my name's Greg Watford and welcome to this video called How to Build a List Fast. Well, actually it's about how to get free subscribers. Now, if you've already got a sales funnel running and you're driving traffic to it, I'm going to show you where you're wasting a lot of money and where you can get these free subscribers. And if you're new to internet marketing, that's still okay because I'm sure you'll get a lot out of this video. Okay, so let's get stuck into it. All right, so look, this is the basic funnel. If it looks a bit complicated, let's walk through it because what I want to do before I show you where to get all these free subscribers from, I'm going to show you just the basis of a sales funnel and to make sure that we're all on the same page. So just looking at the diagram, you can see that we've got traffic in the bottom left-hand corner, traffic meaning people visiting your website, and we've got a capture page there and we're driving traffic to that capture page. Now, it could be a blog page, it could be a Facebook page, it could be a dedicated capture page or a squeeze page as some people call it. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. It's basically a page that's going to capture name and email addresses. So once that happens, the name and email address is entered, a couple of things happen. One is that information, the name and email address, gets dropped into your autoresponder, and that's where your subscribers live, as it were. So that could be Aweber or GetResponse. They're the two big ones. I use Aweber. So the other thing that happens is that the visitor will be shown the second page. As soon as they enter their details, they'll be shown the second page. I've called it the offer page, and then I've actually got two offer pages in there. And towards the end, we've got a sales page where they actually buy your product or sign up for your membership. Now, at the same time as they come into your Aweber, the name and email addresses, you've got a whole lot of emails stacked up there called follow-up emails, and they're going to be fed on a regular basis to your subscribers for you to build a relationship, to educate them about your product, whatever it may be, or your membership, and also to give them the link to go back to that offer page to view the video all about your product or service. So that's why we've got the dotted line that goes around the outside there. So eventually they'll purchase at the end on the sales page. Now that could happen straight away. It could happen next week. It could happen next month because they'll be receiving emails from you, okay, with your follow-up series. Okay, that's basically a standard sales funnel, and one of the golden rules within internet marketing is never ever drive people to a page where you're not capturing their name and email address. So you wouldn't want to send traffic straight into one of your offer pages or sales page directly, because most people just bounce right off it. So the thing that we're going to measure about this particular sales funnel, and this is there's a lot of metrics that you can do with this, but the number one is what's called the click-through rate. Now the click-through rate is very easy to work out. Let's say that you have 100 people visiting your web page, and let's say 15 decide to enter their name and email address and pop into your Aweber autoresponder. So it's 15 divided by 100 is 15%. It's that easy. So if I said the click-through rate was 65%, for example, it would mean for every 100 visitors to your website, 65 of them would put in their name and email address. Now, one of the I suppose the benchmark of this it depends upon the sort of traffic that you're driving and the type of sales funnel you have. So there's a whole lot of variables. But basically, if you've got some really good traffic of people wanting to make money online, for example, and you've got a good capture page, the benchmark would be 25%, so 1 in 4, okay? So if it's less than 1 in 4, that's something's wrong. It's lousy traffic, or you've got a very poor capture page. Or if it's more than 25%, let's say it's 30 or 35%, yep, you've got a thumbs up with that, and you're pretty excited about it. So that's the figure to keep in mind, that 25% in my examples that we're about to go through now, okay? So let's have a look. Oh, the other thing that we're going to do is, yes, we're driving traffic to a capture page and we're capturing the names and email addresses, But the other thing that has been taught to me by my coaches and mentors is never have one capture page. Okay, so I'll just remove a bit of stuff around the outside there. Now we've got one capture page. Let's go and put in another capture page, and then we'll put the traffic through what's called a rotator, and it goes 1 2 1 2 1 2. So every second one will go to the one to the left, and every second one will go to the one to the right. It's called an A/B split testing. Okay, so you're comparing one capture page to the next with the same traffic that's going to it. And that's what we'll be doing in this example. Because basically, how do you know that your capture page, let's say that it did get 30% click-through rate, well, could you do better? Well, you don't know. If you've got one capture page and you haven't tested with an A/B split testing, you really don't know. So you're comparing one against another. You may change the background image, you may change the text. Normally you don't change too much at once. It's only one thing changed between the two of them. Okay, maybe the text, maybe some background colors, or sorry, the text colors, or as I said, the background image is a favorite one. Okay, so let's get into it. I'm going to show you now, a real live example of what I did recently. I ran 2 campaigns with someone. Now I use ClickMagick to do my tracking. There are ways to actually follow how many clicks you get. You can do it sort of manually, but look, I think ClickMagick starts at about $17 a month, which is nothing for what you actually get with this tracking. So I'm going to show you in this campaign that I ran 200 clicks to some capture pages, and I'm going to show you what's happened, and then I redid it. And this is where we're going to get the free subscribers from. I'll show you. So I'm just clicking on links there, and right, so we're going to be looking at this one here, this Aaron Bradley. Now, Aaron Bradley, someone that was recommended to me. I found the traffic is pretty good. Like it could be a bit better, and I'll show you what I mean on we're talking about tier 1 and tier 2 traffic. So I'll show you about that in a minute. But one of the main things that I like about Aaron Bradley is his communication skills are excellent, and he communicates with you, and I think he's an all-round good bloke, and the clicks aren't that expensive, right? They're about middle of the range. So let's have a look here. The first one here, you can see that I'll better show you what these columns mean so you can understand this. This first column here is actually the visitors, the number of visitors, the number of clicks that actually came through onto my page. The second column is the actual clicks, the unique visitors, because some people might click twice. Okay, so those 200 in this example, 217 initially, of which there was really 215. There were 5 robots which ClickMagick filter out and don't count, and 69 people actually entered their name and email address and carried through. They performed an action, and in this case was the filling out their name and email address, which averages 32%, 32.1%. Okay, so how you got that? It was 69 divided by 215 will give you 32.1%. Now, I actually drove the traffic to 4 capture pages, so I'll show them to you. I'm just clicking on this, and it opens this area up here, and you can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4 pages, and you can see the worst is down the bottom. This one here, right, only had a 25. ACA is to do with the action rate. It's the click-through rate. So it's 25%. Okay, so the next one was at the top, 28.6%, and then we had a 36%, and then we had a 38.9%. So in other words, this one down here, which I've called palm trees, is terrible compared to this one here with people pointing. So let's have a look. This is the way they came out. So I'm going to show you the actual capture pages that performed here. Okay, so this is the worst. Now I thought that would have been all right. Otherwise, I wouldn't have put the palm trees at the back of it. but that was actually the worst. Okay, so it's what I just call the palm trees, and the text here says no sponsoring. Okay, The second one was still with palm trees, but I changed the text. Now, if you remember rightly, I'm just going to go back. The second one was 28.6. So the palm trees were still pretty yuck, but the second text was better than that. Okay, so here's the first 25%. That's the 28% one here. Now the better one is that's I call this the surf beach, right? So it's got some people on the bottom right hand side. It's a little bit different. It must be better. It performs better than the palm trees. But the one that performed the best, the 38%, was this one here with some people pointing, and so I thought that was quite remarkable in itself. Now the ratio between that and that, and there, so that's almost 39% to 35%. So just that in itself, look, see, easy to work out. What's the difference between the two? Okay, so what did I say? It was 39%. 20. I'm just subtracting 25%, so it's 14 divided by 25. Right, it's 56% better. So this one here with the people pointing is 56% better than the one just with the palm trees. So, well, if I just stuck with the palm trees, I would have been wasting money. So that what I'm saying is the free subscribers is okay. The next time I'm going to do, maybe run this campaign, and I did. I'm going to show you the second one in a minute. Is there's like a 56%? You're going to get half more for free. So that's really good. Right. So I'm going to show you a little bit more about it. I'm just closing that down. I'm going to go over here on the right hand side, and I'm going to show you the traffic quality. So this is what ClickMagick can do for you. So the traffic quality, we can have a look here. It says 54% were mobiles, and so that would make 46% were desktops. Okay, so that's the split. Look, it's basically half and half. And over here on the right, see it says tier 1 clicks, tier 2 clicks, and tier 3. Okay, well, I'll show you what they are very quickly. Tier 1, and this is what you need to go for whenever you're buying traffic, is premium traffic from the five countries. So this is the 5 English-speaking countries that basically buy off the internet. So it's the US and Canada, UK, Australia, and New Zealand. Now, tier 2, look, the way that I look at it, they call that, the majority of the remaining good traffic. In other words, people actually buy off the internet. In that list is basically Europe, the whole of Europe. They throw in Russia as well, but there's places like Taiwan and Thailand. What else? Puerto Rico, Costa Rica, Hong Kong, and Ireland's part of Europe anyhow. Mexico, Japan. Got Panama and the Philippines. Okay, so basically that's about it. Okay, so it's Europe and plus those other, Japan and a few more. Now the rest of it, which is tier 3, is the one you don't want at all, and that mentions Pakistan and Vietnam and Nigeria, but there's also India thrown in there, and well, the whole of Africa, and the smaller countries out of South America as well are in there. So that's tier 3. Okay, that's one you don't want. You want mostly tier 1 and maybe a little bit of tier 2. So let's go back. I'll just close that down. And let's go back. See, so that we've got 81% of tier 1 and 8% of tier 2. So that's not too bad. That's 80. Combine the two together, that's 89%, pretty close to 90. Look, that's not too bad. I'd like 90 or 100, preferably, but considering the cost of these clicks, not way up there. As I said, this is middle of the road. 80% is probably a very good benchmark to go for tier 1. Okay, so that's the traffic quality. Now the other thing I'll show you, and this is what blew me away, and this is where I was losing money. You could look at it and say, okay, I was losing money, or I was missing out on those free subscribers. So if we have a look at traffic analysis and go to platform, look at this. So it's showing the mobile as opposed to the desktop. Okay, because the system can work out when the visitor comes to the capture page. ClickMagick already works out where they're coming from. So if you have a look here, the action, this ACR, the action rate here is 23%, 22.9. What that means is all the people that are walking around the place with their mobile or their iPad, less than a quarter of them, less than 1 in 4, subscribed, as opposed to the desktop, 43%, which, like that's almost a half. Almost every second person that was sitting in front of a desktop, as I am right now, subscribed to my capture page. Well, why am I getting traffic from the mobiles? I don't want to do that. I'd rather have to have it from desktop, so I don't waste money and I get more free subscribers. So I was gobsmacked with that. That figure was just, I mean, 20. Well, it's 22.9. It's below my benchmark of 25. It's in the poor category, where the desktops at 43 is in the great category. So it's obvious that the next lot of traffic I'm going to be buying off Aaron is going to be desktop only, and that's what I put to him, and that's the next campaign that I did. So I'll just close that down. Oh, just one other thing I'll show you on what this looks like. Where I'm going to show you, I'm going to show you this. This is the link that in this case, that I sent out. See, there it is there. Look, it's pretty straightforward. Golden Gypsy, Golden Gypsy is my account name, and I just put his name on the end of it for me to track. So that's the link that we actually put out in the internet, and then it would come through to ClickMagick. Then they would divide it up on that rotator in this case, the first case was 4 capture pages. Okay, so I just thought I'd show you that. Now let's have a look at let's close this down. The second one, see, it's number 2 here, and go away. And I'm going to click on that and open it up. So basically you can see that there was 204 real unique visitors and 84 subscribed in this case, and I got 41.2% average. Now, what was the difference between the first and second? Basically, the only difference is I requested a desktop only. So he filtered out the mobile component for me. And the other thing is I chose the 2 top capture pages and I've used them. Okay, so there's the couple pointing, and the other one there is the these are the 2 top ones. Remember, it's the surf beach and the couple pointing. Okay, so if we have a look here, the surf beach won this time around with 42.1% click-through rate, as opposed to the couple pointing at 40%. So the couple pointing in the last lot was it won out, but in this case they're only 2% different, which is not really too bad, and so I'm pretty happy with that. So let me just show you just the last thing here. Let's go with traffic analysis, and just to prove that there was no mobile traffic coming through. There it is there. See, it is desktop versus mobile, and he's got desktop there, he meaning ClickMagick, and there's nothing underneath it. It would have mobile written there if there was a mobile click. Not one mobile click came through. Okay, so that 41.2 is actually the same as this 41.2 across the top. So just closing that up. Look, that's the difference between the two. Just recapping on this, if I go and open up the first campaign again, if I was going to be using that one with the palm trees and just with 25% click-through rate, if I'm only running one capture page, I don't know all these figures. If I'm just sending traffic to the capture page, yes, I get 25%, I'm happy with that. But hang on a minute, let me just close this. The second time around, the second campaign where we got rid of all the mobile traffic, and if we just click on that, and the best one there was this, it was the surf beach at 42. Now the difference is between 25% click-through rate and 42% click-through rate. I think I did it before, and it was about 68%. 68% difference between the two, which is awesome. So the difference is what I call free traffic. I'm not losing money. And just to show you how I finish off a campaign, I'm going to show you my spreadsheet of these two campaigns. Now, a mentor coach told me some time ago, all the people that succeed in internet marketing, they do one thing that's common throughout all the people that are in the top earners. They test and measure, and they try to outdo themselves with every campaign. So in this case, there's my first campaign, and there's the second campaign there. Now look, the columns that I just record, the date ordered, because I like to know, obviously the date that's happening. I happen to be driving traffic through to a funnel that people will sign up with Likes Excel in this case. That's how much money obviously I spent on the campaign. I bought that many clicks, a couple hundred clicks. They actually, Aaron actually sent me 215. So the cost per click really is the cost that divided by the number of clicks comes to 60 cents a click in that case. Now the opt-ins are the number of people that actually opted into my Aweber autoresponder, and so the click-through rate is the number of opt-ins divided by the actual number of clicks. And I let if I do a double click on there, you can see it's Excel is doing its a little bit of arithmetic for me. And also the cost per lead. The cost per lead is how much did all those traffic cost me, and how many people signed up. That in this case 69. So it'd be 69 divided by 130 comes to $1.88. There's a sort of bit of a golden rule within internet marketing that your leads should be less than $3. $3 is, if you get them down to like a 50 cents or $1, right, yeah, that's really great. $1.50 is about in the middle, and $2.50 is getting up there. Maybe $3 is anything over $3. No, it costs you too much. You wouldn't want to run that campaign again with that lead source. So what else do I record? I record my capture pages for future reference, and the links to them over there, and also the results. It saves me going back into ClickMagick just looking at them. So anything else that there's the quality of the leads coming through, and you can see here where the top one cost me $1.88 cost per lead, where the bottom one was only $1.55. So that's getting better. That's excellent, as a matter of fact. And you want to keep driving that down and down. That cost per lead is the one that I focus on. That's why I've got it in red. The number of sales, I only had 4 sales up in there on the first time round, and the second campaign was 7. Sales meaning people sign up and become a member of Likes Excel. But that could be just whatever product. You could be selling candles or ebooks, or it doesn't matter what it is. Could be sales and that. I don't hold much weight with this particular column. The reason being is because some people will join up on the spur of the moment, right, within that first 24 hours. But because we're sending emails to them and building a relationship and educating them about the product, people will still come on board next week and next month and next year, really. So I just put that in as a bit of an indicator. But this column here is the one that I hold having the most importance in this. Okay, so look, that about wraps it up. Let's go back to here. So I'm just going to show you that again. What this video is really all about is the money that you're wasting and the leads that you're not getting. This is where I call them free leads. And had you just run traffic, one campaign to one capture page, you don't know how good that capture page actually is until you compare it. And if you don't compare it, you're just throwing money at the wall, really. So number one is you compare capture pages, and number two is that you can change the quality of the traffic. I did in this case when I discovered that the mobile traffic wasn't anywhere near as good as the desktop traffic. You could be comparing different traffic methods. You could be comparing Facebook against pay-per-click, or you could be from your blog site, or it could be two solo providers. You could be putting one against the other. The same sort of thing. You can. The thing is, you've got to do it, and well, you don't have to do it, but if you want to waste money and not get those free leads, those free subscribers, no, just keep doing what you're doing. All right. Look, I think that about wraps up this particular video. I do hope that you've found value in this. If you have, please like, comment, and share. And you can always get in contact with us through email or Skype. And I look forward to hearing from you and seeing you in a future video. Bye for now.